In this lesson, we are going to take a look at some problems involving simple interest. So the formula for simple interest is interest equals principal, which is your beginning balance, times rate, which is the percentage, times time. And time is going to be measured in years for these types of problems. So that's the formula. So we're going to take a look at some examples and take a look at how to plug the numbers into the formula. All right, so if you take a look at the first example here, Lauren deposits $300 into an account that earns 4% simple interest per year. What is the total amount in the account after 3 years? So you can see our formula is written at the top here. So we have interest equals principal times rate times time. So the principal in this problem is $320 because that's how much was deposited in the account. The rate is the percentage, which is 4%, but we have to convert that percentage to a decimal. So 4% converted to a decimal, we move the decimal back 2 places, is going to be 0.04. So that's the rate times time, which in this case is 3 years. Okay, so all you're going to do is multiply those numbers. So 320 times 0.04 times 3, and you can use a calculator for this. And the answer then is interest equals $38.40. Now the question is asking you, what is the total amount in the account after the 4 years? So this number right here is giving you what the interest is. So now what we have to do is take the initial amount in the account and we have to add the interest to it, and that will give us the total amount in the account at the end of that period of time. So in this case, the answer is $358.40. All right, let's take a look at another one. So if you have $550 in a savings account that earns 3% simple interest each year, how much will be in your account in 10 years? So again, the formula is interest equals principal times rate times time. So the principal in this case is the $550. The rate is the percentage, which we have to change to a decimal, so I'm going to move it back 2 places, and we get 0.03 times the time, in this case, is 10 years. So if we multiply these together, 550 times 0.03 times 10, we get an interest amount of $165. Now this is the interest again. So if we want to know the total amount in the account at the end of the year, because it's asking how much will be in the account, we have to take the initial amount and we have to add the interest. So when we do that, we end up getting a total of $715 in the account. More examples here. So the next one says, to buy a computer, Raquel borrowed $3,000 at a simple interest rate of 9% for 4 years. How much money did she have to pay back? Okay, so again, the formula is interest equals principal times rate times time. So in this case, the principal is how much she borrowed, which is $3,000. The rate is the percentage, which I need to change to a decimal, so I'm going to move the decimal back 2 places. So it's 0.09. And then the time is 4 years because she was going to work on paying it back over 4 years. So to calculate the amount of interest she had to pay, $3,000 times 0.09 times 4, you end up with a total of $1,090 in interest. Now the question in this case is how much money did she have to pay back? So we don't have to add this to the principal oh, wait a minute, how much money did she have to pay back? So in this case, she had to pay back, she started with the $3,000 loan. Of course, she had to pay that amount back, but she also had to pay back the interest that was earned. So she ended up having to pay a total of $4,090. All right, last example. Jody owes $38,000 in student loans for college. The simple interest rate is 7.25%, and the loan will be paid off in 10 years. How much will Jody pay altogether? So again, the formula for simple interest is principal times rate times time. The principal is $38,000. The rate, 7.25, I need to change to a decimal. So it's 0.0725, and it's going to be paid off in 10 years. Okay, so we're going to multiply this together. $38,000 times 0.0725 times 10, and you end up getting $27,550. So that's how much Jody has to pay in interest. So the question is, how much will Jody pay altogether? Well, of course, she has to pay back the actual loan amount, which was $38,000, plus the interest that was accumulated over that time, which is that amount of money. So if we add these together, she will have to pay back $65,550. So those are some examples on how simple interest works.